welcome back to my channel. This is in a slightly different location from what I normally shoot in. A few folk have asked me to do an introduction video since I just seem to have exploded onto YouTube and Instagram and things like that with the sort of photography that I'm doing, so not that it's unique or anything, but it's unique for me. So I thought I would do an introduction video. I've got a few things listed that I thought you might be interested in. My name is Pamela Marshall. I am 38 years old. I am Scottish, obviously. I was born in Glasgow. I still live there and don't think I'll ever leave. So I'm a third generation photographer. My nana was a wedding photographer and portrait photographer, and my great granddad was also a wedding photographer and portrait photographer. So naturally I inherited something from them. Not just their cameras, I do still have their film cameras. Actually, I've inherited something from them which I'm absolutely delighted about because I love photography and it has become my full-time job as well. My job is an agency photographer, so I work for an agency doing different styles of photographs, ranging from food photography to sort of hotels and real estate and stuff like that. Depends what I'm needed for, I get sent. I'm also a huge sci-fi fan. I love Star Wars and Star Trek. I also love Doctor Who. Oh, hang on, there you go. Doctor Who fan. That's a wee bit about my interests. I worked as a wedding and portrait photographer for 10 years, which was great. It was absolutely amazing. I got to meet so many different kinds of people. I got to shoot some beautiful couples. I got to shoot VIPs. I've been lucky enough to shoot a few bands. So yeah, I've had a very wide range of subjects throughout my career so far, and I've been very, very fortunate to have met some really fantastic people. Right, so a few people have asked me, do I have any qualifications or am I self-taught? I know a lot of YouTubers are self-taught. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's, I think it's all about learning. Doesn't matter where you learn it from, you have to just learn your trade and perfect it. Yeah, I'm qualified. I did 2 years HND photography. I'm hoping to go back and finish my degree this year, hopefully if I get in. If I don't, you'll know all about it. Having the HND has helped me in my career, and also with my landscape photography as well. Landscape photography is what I would consider to be more of a sort of, in my spare time, this is what I love to do. Sorry if my battery just ran out. Newbie at this. Yeah, you can tell I don't do these sort of studio vlogs very often. I might do more actually. If you like this sort of stuff, I might do more. Yeah, so what I'm going to be talking about is 2 images that I took last week. So one photograph was St Monans Harbour. The other one was from the seascape, but it's actually St Monans Harbour one that I wish to discuss now. So there was another photograph that I took about 3 years ago. Was it 2015? So 4 years ago. And it was the same subject. I feel that they're so vastly different, these two pictures. I'll put this one is the 2015 photograph, and then I'll show you the one I took last week. The first picture I feel is it's fine. Compositionally it's fine. I got there 10 minutes before sunset, so it wasn't the best light. To be honest, I was very inexperienced, and it just shows you that you have to get to know your weather. Like, I won't step outside that door unless I know the weather has potential. Any potential, mist potential or fog potential or snow or whatever it is, it's got to have something, it's got to have light. So the first picture's fine. I wouldn't say there's anything bad about it, but to me it doesn't have the mood and the emotions and the contrast of the second picture. I don't mean contrast as brightness and contrast, I mean the first picture is quite flat, the light, there's not really any light in it, but the second picture I feel encompasses why I went there. So you've got one half of the picture is dark and stormy and blue, and it's dark obviously. There's a lot of shadows in the bends and stuff like that at the harbour. On the other half of the picture you've got the highlights on the side, which I waited for. You have this beautiful orangey pinky glow on the water, you have this beautiful purple sky, purpley red sky. Where the sunset is just sort of the last of the light is hitting the side of the harbour, and it looks phenomenal, and to me it signifies that light and dark balance and the things that we all kind of look for in photography. So looking at it and comparing the two images, I really feel like I've come on quite a lot in the last 5 years. Well, personally I love the picture, I love both of them, but obviously I loved that one at the time, but I just feel like if you keep going back to the same locations in the right conditions, then you'll get much better images. And that's what I've learned from it. I think I've learned mostly that, especially having 2 photographs taken near enough at the same time. Obviously the second one I was there for golden hour, and I got to experience the highlights and all the different moods that it goes through in golden hour. And then I got the wee bit after the sun had went down, because it was literally been blocked. The clouds were blocking any potential light coming through, so I literally got the right light at the right time, and it's that whole you've got to be in it to win it type thing. So I'm really glad that I'm starting to look at photographs differently and waiting for the right light and waiting for the right conditions, rather than just going, I've got a Saturday free, let's go somewhere. If I plan to go out on a Saturday afternoon and the weather's rotten, I probably won't go out. Right, so you've already had a wee taster of what's to come on my channel. So far my journeys have only really taken me about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from my home, but I'm hoping to go much further afield this year. So between the next 3 to 6 months, I've planned out to revisit the Isle of Skye, the Torridon mountain range, the North Coast 500 again, which was great, and the East Coast 250, which is a relatively new concept. They're trying to kind of promote the Aberdeenshire coastline. It's absolutely amazing. There's loads of sort of rocky formations, and there's things like Bowfiddle Rock, a phenomenal location if you go at sunrise and sunset. Try beat off the photographers up there, it's going to be very busy. There's various castles up there I quite like to visit as well, get some drone footage of them and things like that. So there's tons of potential. I'm also hoping to visit the Mallaig, Arisaig side of Scotland, which I went for a drive there last year, and it was like driving through Jurassic Park. Blew my mind. It was stunning. I mean, Scotland's stunning anyway. There's so much variety here. You've got things like the White Sands of Morar, which is the white sand, turquoise water. You could almost think you're in Barbados till you hear the Scottish accent. But yeah, so there's tons of potential this year. And then hopefully we'll get to revisit these places in the future as well at different times of the year, so different seasons. Well, I've never been up there this early before. Usually it's summertime I go and visit Skye, things like that, but the last time I was there was summer, and it was saturated with tourists and motorhomes, and the roads are quite small, they're very narrow, so if you're trying to get by motorhomes and stuff, it's not ideal. You can't just abandon the car in a lay-by and run around and take a photo if you see some nice light somewhere. So I'm hoping to miss, number one, the Ridges, and number two, the motorhomes, so the M&Ms. Yeah, so I've been researching ways to try and get a wee bit more off-road. Not so much with this car that I've got just now. I'm hoping to get a 4x4 again, because I really miss having a 4x4, or just getting access to places that you would never normally get to. I'm hoping to do more hikes this year as well, so that should be good fun, just to get fitter and scout more locations that are a bit more off-grid. I'm hoping to try and disappear for a good couple of days and go completely off-grid. I used to have a 4x4 that was I did a sort of camper conversion on it, and it had a boot box in the back. It was brilliant because I had like literally folded over the back seats, so you could use it as a normal car as well. And when you opened it up, I had like a worktop, and I had a stove, and I had a kettle. I don't think I'll be able to convert this car. It's a bit too pretty looking and a bit, yeah. I'm hoping to try and get a camper van this year, a second-hand one, probably a transporter, so I can convert it myself. I have a friend who's a Volkswagen mechanic, so I'm hoping he'll give me a hand. So if you like this video and you would like to follow me on social media, my Instagram name is Pamela Marshall Photos, and my Twitter is pmarshallphotos. So usually I'll upload all the sort of the best images from each location video onto those networks so you can see them as well. Sometimes I'll do live videos while I'm out on location. I've done that once when I was at Edinburgh, and I was there just a scouting location actually, and the light I wasn't expecting much from, but all of a sudden we had mist, we had light, we had soft light, we had misty light, we had everything that just appeared from behind the mountain. It looked amazing, so I just put on Instagram Live, I think it was, or something that I was using, or Instagram TV. So follow me on social media if you want, you don't have to. It's been an absolute pleasure so far doing these sorts of videos. It's been amazing actually so far, and I've only done 7 vlogs. Right, so I'm going to wrap up today's video. I hope I've answered some questions for you if you've had any. If you do have any more, please feel free to put them in the description and I'll answer them for you. But yeah, this has been a wee bit of a introduction video for me to get to know you as much as for you to get to know me. I'm hoping to meet many more of you out in the field. I know I've met quite a few so far. It's been absolutely fantastic, and I'll be uploading my next video, which will be back to being out on location again, next Tuesday at 6 PM. So until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.